You may have heard of NFTs or NFTs or non-fungible tokens, digital collectibles selling for high sums at auction. It first made waves in the art world before spreading to sports, starting with the NBA.
Today, Mets first baseman Pete Alonso is launching his own Nifty for a good cause, helping struggling minor leaguers. And Pete joins us now. Thank you so much for being with us. This is such a great story. You know, we've seen high-profile Nifty auctions lately. Why and when did you decide that you wanted to get involved?
Well, I thought that because cryptocurrency and these NFTs are so new, I think that because it is a kind of like a new and interesting industry, I just kind of wanted to see, and this is a very interesting experiment for me. And the benefit of this is that I'm going to be helping out more than baseball, which obviously, like you stated, helps out minor leaguers. And I want to help those guys because I was once a minor leaguer. I ate food out of gas stations, rode the bus for 12 hours plus. And I mean, it's a grind. It really is a grind. And I just want to help out because those guys they didn't have jobs last year. And I want to be able to be a guy that helps out the best I can because I was there and I know what it's like to grind and try and make a dream come true.
Absolutely. Pete, we're going to ask you a little bit more also about exactly where those donations are going in just a sec. But first, I want to hear about the card itself. And I think first I'm wondering if you were confused at all by how this all works like Joe and I were, but also about how you collaborated with a Mets minor leaguer to actually design this piece of digital art.
Yeah, so I think it's awesome that Tommy Wilson was very, very helpful with the design of this card, and I'm super, super excited that I was able to not just work with an artist that was a minor leaguer, but we kept it in house, we kept it Mets themed, so it's great. Tommy, thank you, I really appreciate it, man, and it's going to be fun. And why this is so different and unique is because this is something totally driven by me. And this is totally authentic for each player, not just for me, but any player who puts out an NFT. It is 100% authentic to the player that puts it out. So where if it's Topps or Panini or other card companies, they kind of create the designs. And for me, I was kind of the director of the design, and I'm really proud of it. And I'm excited to be a part of it. And I think this is going to be fun. And if this thing really, really takes off, I mean, it has taken off for a couple different athletes like Rob Gronkowski, who kind of inspired me to do it. Mm-hmm. And for me, I want to help out as many people as possible while creating something really cool and being interactive with the fans. So you get to support a good cause for the people who buy it. You support a good cause, and also you get a one of one or a 1 of 10 or whatever you. I think we're going to come out with a line where it's like an unlimited amount of cards, just for obviously for smaller price. So we got a little plan going. So I'm really excited to watch this thing kind of like unfold.
Pete, as you mentioned, you're donating part of the proceeds to More Than Baseball. That's a nonprofit that provides financial support to minor leaguers. We actually did a whole story on them just a couple weeks ago. We spoke with the founders of the group and a few players to help understand some of the challenges players face. First, I want to play some of the sound bites from our interviews there.
2019, about 80% of professional baseball players made under $8,000. That's before taxes. That's before cost of bats and gloves.
Cost, also having to work and being able to compete, and people don't know what that actually is like. That can make you break down.
Kind of losing a full year, getting a year older as a minor leaguer, it already feels like you're kind of racing against the clock.
Pete, you touched on this. For those who think that baseball players live a life of luxury, it's not the case when you're going through the minors, right?
No, absolutely. And it is a huge disconnect because minor leaguers, I think when we did the math one day, I think it's maybe $2.85 an hour, like $2.85 an hour in the minor leagues. And there's big league talent all throughout the minor leagues. And for me, I'm super blessed because I was drafted in the second round, which helped me get through. But for those guys who are extremely talented or late bloomers or not deemed as quote unquote prospects, like those guys have to grind, and like on a minor league budget, and to support their wives or kids in some cases. It's really tough. And people say, oh, why can't you get a second job? It's because you're dedicating your time in your off season to your craft. You have to be able to compete, and you want to be the best in the world. So you have to dedicate your time to your conditioning, your lifting, your hitting, fielding. Like there's a lot that really goes into it. And then also, we're not in the minor leagues. You're riding on buses. You're not riding in the big league charter planes. Those bus rides were tough. I mean, I slept in a hammock. Like I hung my hammock up from the top row of the bus. It's jam packed in there. It's not just players, it's coaches, training staff, and it's crazy. You know, when you're on a long bus ride, when you have to switch buses, and you have to get a second bus driver to go play. So it's really not luxurious or grand at all. It's you're in the pits.
Yeah. No glamour.
You got to work and grind your way out of it, and you got to rise above to make your dream become a reality.
Well, Pete, no doubt those players appreciate what you're doing. Thank you for joining us, and good luck. The season opener coming up a little later this week.
Yes, so exciting. Thanks, Pete.
Yeah, thank you guys. LFGM.
Hey, NBC News viewers, thanks for checking out our YouTube channel. Subscribe by clicking on that button down here, and click on any of the videos over here to watch the latest interviews, show highlights, and digital exclusives. Thanks for watching.